Good morning and welcome to Beyond Circumstance. I'm Michele Shay, and fortunately or unfortunately, I cannot be with you physically for this class because I am away working on a new Apple TV television series called Swagger, and I am the acting coach. But I wanted to be present with you because you matter that much to me. Even though I'm not there physically, you will be able to meet with me in the video chat room, whatever we create, so that I can help you in ways that your in classroom teacher, Shauna Tucker, who will be working with you with text and scene work, will be she will be doing what I can't do, being with you in the physical form, working on text. She is an admirable actress and teacher, and you are in very, very good hands. Also, you will have the pleasure of meeting my dear friend Janice Orlandi, who will do introduction to Rasa boxes, which you will hear more about later. Because if I was there, I would be doing it, and I want you to have it because it's an indispensable rehearsal process that you will find invaluable as you develop character. So I wanted to say a little bit about the course and what the goals and aims are. It's called Beyond Circumstance because we're living in a time where something different needs to happen with us as human beings. And it is my belief that I hold that what we do as performing artists can really contribute to what we see about each other and how we can better understand each other and how we can come closer together. In order to do that, we need to examine what we take for granted about being alive, especially what we take for granted around our fears and our biases. So therefore, what our potential is beyond the circumstances we live out of is part of what we're going to focus on in this class. Who are we beyond circumstance? Most of the time, we allow the situation and the people we find ourselves dealing with to define us. People rise or fall in response to the circumstance they face. We become limited or freed by our perspectives. Beyond these default positions that influence choice and behavior lies untapped field of creativity, and that is where we want to go fearlessly during this class. And how far you go is up to you, not your teachers. We want to examine the nature of our fears, reflect them in our performances, and go beyond them. To look at the nature of what bias is. Bias actually is something that's naturally built in human beings because it's supposed to be a sorting principle to make it easier for us to survive. But it also makes us myopic. And so therefore, one of the things that we're going to do in this class is choose people that we cannot stand or you have some bias against in some kind of way, and examine how they are who they are and embody that through using the Anna DeVere Smith process of exploration of stepping into the shoes of someone else. That should be very, very exciting for you and amazing in terms of what you discover. We have found it so far in all the classes that I've done at Columbia. The other thing is that we want to reveal the underground of behavior. What are the wounds that are causing the behavior that show up in how people sound, what they say, all of those things? That's an area of discovery for you. And also to be able to have the time to find out what it means for you to be centered. I'm going to give you some new tools with something called the Energy System of Acting, created by Laura Fine, who was my teacher, and she was a theater professional as well as a healer. And I got a Fox Foundation grant to explore this. I wanted to know more about being in the state of creative flow, how we could get back into it instead of in a systematic kind of way versus just falling into it. And she was one of the people that I studied with. And so I will introduce you to the warm-up, which awakens each expressive center in the body, also known as chakras. Each one of them are responsible for different aspects of behavior. I will introduce you to that through the video work that we do and individual work. This will help deal with the kinds of concerns you have about blocks or places that you would like to access better in your life and in performance. How are we going to do all this during the course of this time? First of all, we're going to challenge your perspectives about things. Second, we want you to ask more and different questions about the assumptions you make. Catch yourself in all of your assumptions. Delve into the unknown territories of behavior. Invite you to make choices for material to work on to get you out of your comfort zone. Any place that you feel that you're comfortable, we want you to step out of it. Why? Because there's a lot more of you that can be creative than where you currently are. I encourage you to be as ambitious as possible. Also, to research and explore in ways that you haven't perhaps done so far. And hold yourself accountable. And find an accountability partner to make sure you don't BS yourself. You may be able to BS us or somebody else, but you cannot BS yourself. So find yourself an accountability partner. This time in school is very, very precious to develop your craft and develop your understanding and also your mission about who you want to be as a creative artist in the world. What kind of difference do you want to make by people seeing your work? The rules in class are, number one, no use of cell phones in class unless you're working on an Anna Devere Smith monologue exercise. We don't want to see them, or they will be confiscated. Be on time. Admittance after class starts is at the discretion of the instructor. You must notify your scene partner and one of the class assistants if you will be late or you will miss class, because the time that we have is precious and there's never enough of it. Assignments also must be done on time. Why? That's for your sake, not just for ours. Also, be there for each other. We are a community of learners about what it means to be human through the craft of acting. One person's acting problem is a problem for the field, not just that person. Your instructor, Shona Tucker, is a dear friend of mine. We have acted together. She just was on Broadway in To Kill a Mockingbird, and she teaches at Vassar. She is fabulous and very, very competent. You will enjoy working with her. And then Janice Orlandi is a master of movement work. She does Michael Chekhov work as well as Rasa boxes and many other things. So you will only have her for a day, but enjoy her. And I will see if I can find someone to help you work with the Rasa boxes outside of class. And I can also tell you that over video. But once you learn it, the structure of it, you can experiment with choices for your monologues and scenes, and they will lead you to remarkable discoveries about action as well as emotion. Emotion, in fact, is a predisposition for action. It's also what helps the audience care about your character receiving their outcomes, getting their outcomes. What else do I want to tell you? I have a series of handouts that I will send to you, especially around the energy system of acting and how to create emotional arcs in scenes, stuff like that. So you will be responsible for looking at all of those and printing them out yourself. We won't print them out for you. Finally, I want to say that you will get out of this class what you put into it. Nobody's going to chase you to work. It has been my experience that some people sit back and other people jump in all the time. You can't complain about that. You are responsible for your education. If you want something in the class, have a conversation with the instructors. Help us help you. The goal is to grow and to clarify. How much depends on you. As artists, we have tremendous influential power. Develop yours for understanding what it means to be human, what it means to be a compelling actor every moment that you are on stage. Finally, it is an honor and a privilege to serve and support you in the emergence of your amazing talent. I do this because I believe in the power we have as artists. It is amazing that we get to learn what we get to learn about being human through our creativity and imagination. And it is magnificent to be storytellers so that we can help our fellow human beings realize our greatness together. Thank you and welcome to Beyond Circumstance 2020. Michele Shay, signing off.